Breaking. A major development has just dropped in the Luigi Mangione case. Mangione is expected to plead guilty Friday in his federal case connected to the killing of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson, and the decision could affect what happens next in his separate New York murder case. First, an important clarification. As of Thursday, August 13th, Mangione has not officially pleaded guilty. Reports say the plea is expected during a federal court appearance Friday in Manhattan. Mangione is accused of killing Thompson outside a Manhattan hotel in December 2024. The case quickly became one of the most closely watched criminal cases in the country. The federal case has changed significantly since it was originally filed. Federal prosecutors initially pursued charges that could have exposed Mangione to the death penalty. Earlier this year, however, U.S. District Judge Margaret Garnett dismissed the federal murder and firearms counts that made the death penalty possible. So, Mangione would not simply be pleading guilty Friday to avoid execution. The federal death penalty had already been removed from the case. The remaining federal case involves 2 stalking charges resulting in death. Those charges are still extremely serious and could potentially result in life in prison without parole. But here's where things get especially interesting. Mangione is separately facing a New York State murder prosecution with jury selection currently scheduled to begin September 8th. His attorneys have previously raised questions involving New York's double jeopardy protections and whether he can face both federal and state prosecutions arising from Thompson's death. That argument was previously considered premature because Mangione had not been convicted or pleaded guilty in federal court. If he pleads guilty Friday, his attorneys could potentially raise the issue again and attempt to stop the New York prosecution. However, a federal guilty plea would not automatically dismiss the state murder case. New York prosecutors are expected to fight any attempt to have it thrown out, potentially creating another major court battle. The timing is particularly interesting because just days ago, a New York judge confirmed Mangione's September trial was moving forward and ruled that an anonymous jury would be used because of the extraordinary attention surrounding the case. Now all eyes are on Friday. We could learn exactly what Mangione is pleading guilty to, what his agreement with federal prosecutors includes, and what his attorneys plan to do next. For now, remember, Mangione has not pleaded guilty yet. He is expected to do so Friday. And if that happens, the next huge question becomes, could this change what happens to his New York murder trial?